Hello, everyone. Let's continue zOS enterprise computing. Last video, we studied how COBOL program open a file, load the data from input file. This video, I will show you how COBOL program open a file to write output result. And then we have hands-on lab. Today, we will use this input data. It is a company revenue and profit data as input. And then we will use revenue as a key to sort this input data. And another task is for the sorting result, it will only output the company name and the revenue. All right. This is a COBOL source code to sort this input data. This COBOL code uses very simple sorting algorithm. The sorting algorithm is bubble sort. Bubble sort, the algorithm is very simple. For example, we have n data, totally n data from 1 to n. And then we will use the first data to compare with the second one, with the third one, with all data. And then if first data is smaller than second one, then extend. And then if smaller than third one, then extend. So after this, the largest one will come to the top. And then next, start from second data. First one, second one, third one. And then next, start from here, this data will compare with all other data. And then after this, second largest one will come to the second. So in this way, we can sort data in descending order. That means the largest one come to the top. So this COBOL code, let's look at the structure of COBOL code. It has the identification division, environment division, data division, and procedure division. And that is the structure of COBOL code. And for identification division, just program ID and author. And in environment division, because this program handle input file and output file, so under input output section, we needed to have file control. Inside file control, select input 10 to input file, output 10 to output file. And in data division, it gives a file description of these two files. Okay, first, for input 10, block contains 0 record. Recording mode is F. What does that mean? It means here, if block contains 0 is specified, that means it is a QSAM file. QSAM stands for Queued Sequential Access Method. That's here. Block contains 0 record. Recording mode is F, means all records in the file are the same length. And then record contains 80 characters. And in that file, each record is taking this structure. That means each record has a company name, takes 17 alphabet, and then revenue is a numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal points and then 1 decimal place. Profit is also numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal point and then 1 decimal place. And for output file description is here. Block contains 0 record. Recording mode is F, and record contains 80 characters. For this two, it is the same with input file. And then for this output file, each record is like this. Each record contains a company output, company name. It contains need 17 bytes alphabet. And then revenue, numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal point and 1 decimal place. That's the input and the output file description. And then in working storage section, first, define data read element. This is a group element. This group element, group item, it contains 17 bytes numeric alphabet, and next is revenue numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal point and then 1 decimal place. And then next is profit numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal and then 1 decimal place. So this group item is the same with this. So that means when it read input file, it will be read into this data read. And end of file, that is one alphabet. And then this is a table. This is a table or array. This array maximum, it has 20 records or 20 lines. And then each line, it means a record. Each line contains company name, revenue, profit. Company name takes 17 bytes. Revenue take numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal point and then 1 decimal place. Profit is numeric 4 bytes followed by decimal place and decimal point and then 1 decimal place. And next is a temporary group item. This temporary group item is used to exchange two items. For example, we want to exchange A, B. Okay, if A is smaller than B, we need to exchange. How to exchange? We can put A in this temp item, and then now we can put B into A, and then this temporary item can go to B. So this way, it will change, exchange A and B. So we need this temporary item. And then I, J, J minus 1, and they are just variables, okay? Numeric variable to control or to implement the algorithm. All right, So inside the procedure division, first it will open this file for input, open output 10 for output, and then move 1 to I. This is a loop. This perform and perform. It will read input 10, read data into data read. At the end, move Y to WS end file. Not at the end, then move this data to row I. That means move to ith row, then I increase by 1. This row I is here. Row I is, and this table. This is a table. This table maximal, it has 20 rows. So it move row I, that means this table's ith record. So this loop will load input data into array. After that, close the input file. And the next step is to do bubble sort. Bubble sort algorithm is pretty simple. It will perform bubble sort. This is a function, okay? This is called the internal function call or subroutine call. This is called the internal subroutine call. Okay, internal subroutine call, that means this subroutine is included in the same code. Okay, it will call bubble sort 1 time. Bubble sort is here. Okay, this is a subroutine name, bubble sort. Okay, so this bubble sort will start. Okay, I from 1 to n. Totally, we have 1, 2 to n data, and then move I to n, and bubble sort is here. Okay, bubble sort, that's color, callee is here, and then subtract 1 from n. Subtract 1 from n here, and then next move 1 to I, and then do this loop. This is a loop, okay? It will repeat this inner loop until I equal to n. Every step I is increased by 1, Then perform inner loop. This inner loop, again, it is an internal subroutine call. Okay, it is defined below. It will repeat for j from 2 until j larger than n. J increase by 1. That means I start from 1. It will starting from first item compare with all other item. Okay. And now this inner loop, what it will do, inner loop is here. Okay, this is the inner loop subroutine. And subtract 1 from j, subtract 1 from j, that means j minus 1 equal to j minus 1. And then now it will compare if and if. Compare revenue for j minus 1's record and j's record. If this is smaller, then do what? Exchange. This part, if this is smaller, just exchange. All right. So if not smaller, and then do nothing. So this is the inner loop. And so outer loop, inside outer loop, there is another inner loop, that is double loop. Okay, after bubble sort, the data in array, is sorted by using revenue as a key, sorted in descending order. Then next is just display the sorting result. It will perform this is internal subroutine. It will perform this loop for j from 1 to n. Okay, j from 1 to n. Every time j increase by 1. This out res is here. So this subroutine will just display j's row of the table. J's row, okay, j change from 1 to n. So it will display all the result. And then next is a save to file. Save to file, move 1 to I, and then here is a loop. It will only save company name and revenue. So move I's record, I start from 1 to n. Move I's record to outcome com, OCOM, company name. Move I's revenue to output revenue, and then write to output file. Here is write. After this loop, company name, revenue are written to the output file, and then close output file here, and then stop run. All right, that is the complete source code. Next, let's look at the JCL. JCL, these two lines is job card, these three lines are comments. So this program, basically it will run using this IGYWCLG to compile, link, and run this source code, okay? The source code is under this PDS. That's the source code. It is PDS. And then input file. Where's the input file? Look at here. In COBOL source code, we use this input file. Input file, the data set is located here. Okay. So this is the input file. This one is a PIS data set. PSIS data set, it is the input. And then where's output? Look at here, output file is this one. Okay, that is comp rank. This is output. And then this input file, output file in COBOL source code, we use them here. All right, so input file, output file. So in JCL, clearly tell where is the input file, where is the output file. So we use this IGYWCLG to compile, link, and run this COBOL program. And next, okay, this is the input data. That's the company data. And then company name, revenue, and then profit. So this is the input. It will use this revenue to sort input data. This is output. Okay, it will only output the company name and revenue. All right, next is hands-on lab. Before going to hands-on lab, I'd like to thank these 3 persons who made hands-on lab available. All right, I needed to connect to zOS. Log into TSO, user ID, password, is connecting. It will take about 15 seconds. We are located in Nashville, Tennessee. The zOS computer is located in Marist College in New York. So connect it. All right, this is the SPF top menu. We want to first confirm COBOL source code. Select number 2, edit. COBOL code is located under here, COBOL. Okay, hit enter. And then the source code we look at is this one. All right, that's the identification division, environment division, input file, output file, and under data division, under file section, that's the input file description. Next page. And then input file record description. And then output file description, and then output file record. And when it read the input file, read one record, that data will be written to this group item. Okay, so company name, 17 characters, revenue, that's 4 whole numbers, decimal point, and 1 decimal place. Profit, the same, 4 byte whole numbers, and then decimal point, and 1 decimal place. Next page. This variable is end of the file, and then this is array or table. Okay, totally it can hold 20. It can hold 20 record, and then this is a temporary item. So it is used to exchange 2 records because input data, one record contains 3 fields. We want to change, if we want to exchange 2 records, we have to change the whole record. And then these are ij, j minus 1n, that's variables to use to implement this code. So procedure division, first open this input file for input. And next page. Then open output 10 for output. Okay. Then this part will just load data from input file into the table. Okay. Every time it will read one record, put it into ith row in the array data array. And once it's load all whole record into array, then it will close this input file. Then it perform bubble sort. Perform bubble sort one time. This is internal subroutine call. Bubble sort is defined here. That's bubble sort. Okay, bubble sort. And move I to n, subtract I 1 from n, move 1 to I, and then it repeat this loop. This is a double loop. Okay, perform and perform. That's outer loop. Here there is a perform again. Perform again. This is the inner loop. All right, inner loop. Inner loop is defined here. Inner loop. Inner loop subtract 1 from j giving to j I minus 1, and then it compare element at j I minus 1 row and j's row. If smaller, then exchange. If smaller, then exchange. Then if not smaller, then do nothing. So this is the inner loop. Inner loop is called here. Okay, that's the inner loop. For inner loop, j changes from 2 to n. Every step is increased by 1. And then perform this inner loop for I from 1 to n. All right, so that is double loop. Bubble sort. After finishing bubble sort, it will do just display the sorting result. It will call this out res subroutine. Every time j start from 1, increase by 1 until j larger than n. Out result is here. Output result is here. It just display j's row. J changes from 1 to n. All right, after displaying result, it will do save result, save company name and revenue to file, to output file. So move 1 to I, and so it only save company name and the revenue. So move these two data to these two data here, and then write to our output file. And it will repeat this. This is a loop. It will repeat for I from 1 to n. Then close this output file. All right, that is complete source code. Next, let's look at the JCL. JCL, I saved the JCL under this PDS dataset, JCL PDS dataset. So we find it is this one. Okay, we will open this one. Okay, these two lines, they are job card. In the future, I prepare to explain JCL in detail. These three lines are comments, and then this JCL will execute this program. This IGYWCLG will compile this source code, then link and then run. Okay, this utility will compile, link, and run all together at once. And then the source code is saved here. We just look at it. It will use input data. It will use input data. Input data is this this PS dataset, complete data. And then output file is this one. It will output to this PS dataset. Okay. Before run this program, we need to check this complete data and this file exists or not. So let's go back, press F3, go back, press F3 again. Here we want to confirm company data. All right, so this is the input data. That's called one record. One record contains company name and revenue and profit. Okay, one record contains 3 fields. That's the input data. Let's check output file exists or not. Output file name is company rank. Okay, here it has the result. I run it last time. I need to delete all this file to make it empty. Delete 5 lines, delete 4 lines. Okay, now this file become empty. This file become empty. All right, so it is empty file. Now I go back to the JCL, and JCL. We run. All right, we will run this JCL. So look at here. This JCL will use this one as output file. We just confirmed this file exists and it is empty. So currently, to run this program, we need to have an empty output file. Of course, inside the same JCL, we can also first create this file, create empty output file, and then after that, run this program. Okay, we can do everything in one JCL. And here, just make it make JCL shorter. We just first prepare empty output file and then run this JCL. All right, so next, submit job to the system, and then enter a job name character. Let's use G. Okay. All right, job submitted to the system. To confirm the result, we need to go to ISPF top. Use start. Okay, now max CC code is 000. That is no error, no warning. That is good. So from here, we can use this menu SD. Okay, we can search output queue, system display, and search facility. We can use SD output queue to find the KC0 to M2. We attach the G. Okay, So there are two files, a postfix with G. One is output result. The other one is compiling logs. So let's check first one. All right. So this is the output. The sorting result is just displayed and then saved in output queue. And the result, this is complete sorting result. From this sorting result, company name and revenue also saved in company rank. So let's go to check company rank data set. Let's press F3 multiple times, come to SPF top. Then from here, we press edit. Then we will check company rank data. Okay, so look at here. The data, sorted data is saved with company name and revenue only. All right, that's all for today's video. This video, I demonstrated you how to read data, how to process data, in this case, just sorting, and how to save the sorting result to our output file.